Welcome everyone to the 34th Celebrity Synastry chart reading, where I will be looking into Taylor Swift and Matty Healy. If you don't know me, hi, I'm Adeline. I look at the dynamic between two celebrities using astrology, specifically Synastry. For those new and returning, I take notes on a Synastry chart, looking at the personal planet signs, aspects, and if birth times available, house overlays. I share these notes and add my extra insights and interpretations along the way. And of course, as always, leave your thoughts in the comments below and let's get a discussion going. So if that sounds good to you, like, subscribe, and keep on watching. Starting off with the sun, we have Taylor's sun in Sagittarius and Matty's sun in Aries. These are both fire signs. It's a high-spirited relationship. They inspire strength in the other and they can both be themselves here. Neither of them feels smothered here, and Taylor is not threatened by Matty's competitiveness. Taylor's sun in Matty's 8th house overlaid. There's a strong bond and emotional dependence. Taylor is captivated by Matty and may feel like she cannot leave. Matty has the ability to transform Taylor. Both feel initially afraid of this relationship. I don't know much about Matty, but I feel like on Taylor's and she jumped straight into this one after Joe Alwyn. So I assume that's why she would be a bit afraid of the relationship, like potentially because she just got out of one, or potentially because of what the public may think of her. Matty may have come into Taylor's life when she was at the bottom. Exactly. Both weirdly enjoy the darkness and depth of their relationship. Matty's sun in Taylor's 5th house. They have creative and fun dates. Taylor enjoys the adoration from Matty. Taylor has a great love for Matty. They have a desire to have children together. It's early days. Matty defines beauty according to Taylor. Matty sees Taylor as a source of pleasure. Matty may be overlooking Taylor's flaws, and this relationship is characterized by luck and pleasure. Their suns are Trine together, so there's mutual respect and they energize each other. They're supportive and cooperative with each other, can deal with conflict in a healthy way, and they accumulate wealth and luck, we see again, and it's not very surprising. Taylor's sun Trine Matty's Mercury. It's a great friendship and there's good communication. Taylor accepts Matty. They both just get each other, do business together well. Taylor supports Matty's beliefs, can talk for issues together. I believe we did just see that they deal with conflict together in a healthy way, understand each other on a basic level. Taylor gets what makes Matty tick, speak to each other with understanding. Taylor admires Matty's intelligence. Taylor allows Matty to express himself and she feels she can think better around Matty. Taylor's sun Trine Matty's Venus. There's a mutual attraction, they both value each other, and it's a harmonious relationship. Financially lucky people, we see again. They both share common interests and they accept and tolerate each other. Matty finds Taylor charming and intriguing, and he's willing to do anything for Taylor. Taylor feels more loving and beautiful around Matty. So far, this relationship is pretty good. Like, we're seeing a lot of that. They're financially lucky and wealthy. But we're also seeing that they're very, like, accepting of each other. They allow each other to be themselves. And both of them view each other in a very high way, so that's good. Taylor's sun opposite Matty's Mars. Sparks fly, Matty is defensive. Both assert independence. I believe this will be going back to in the beginning how they both have their independence and they don't smother each other in this relationship. They compete with each other. Again, kind of going back to the beginning, I believe it was Matty's competitiveness doesn't really bother Taylor, and they can get annoyed with each other. Matty's sun square Taylor's Saturn. Taylor sacrifices her freedom every single time. I'm like, oh, this is a nice relationship. We slowly start going in the U-turn, and now the aspects like these come up. Matty is too sensitive to criticism. Matty may outgrow Taylor. Both feel mature. Taylor tends to be too critical of Matty. Matty feels blocked and discouraged by Taylor. Matty sees Taylor as all the traditions he wants to overcome. Interesting. Both need to really want this relationship to work. Matty's sun square Taylor's Neptune. There's misunderstandings and delusions and deceptions occur. They both glamorize each other and attraction is based on appearance. That does kind of make sense. Like, I mean, it's also on Matty's end. He seems to view Taylor highly because, you know, he's very charmed by her and everything. Taylor, we did see, likes Matty's intelligence, but that could be in a more superficial way, because, yeah, what we've been seeing, like, it's a lot of them financially lucky, and that they do really appreciate and view each other in a high way, but that could be just superficial and attraction-based. Taylor promises more than gives. Matty believes Taylor is a soulmate. Both need to be clear about expectations, and Taylor eventually disappoints Matty. Oh dear. That's kind of sad because we were seeing like he's willing to do anything for Taylor. He really likes her and everything. So now it's time for moon. So we have Taylor's moon in Cancer and Matty's moon in Taurus. Both desire a secure domestic life, potentially connecting to, I believe we saw they have a desire to have children together. It's early days though. Taylor accommodates Matty's needs. Matty appreciates Taylor's emotions. Matty appreciates Taylor's emotional nurturing. Taylor feels Matty can be too direct at times. Taylor's moon overlaid in Matty's second house. Taylor values Matty as a source of emotional satisfaction, so this seems to go both ways. Matty may feel unsure about Taylor. I'm not really surprised. I'm sure there is a point where he starts getting disappointed by her, and that's a bit of a grey area, you know. He still likes her, but he's still a bit like, Both see each other as valuable. I believe we see again, which concerning. Matty may become possessive of Taylor, and it's a practical relationship. I don't like seeing these 2 points. Matty's moon in Taylor's 6th house. Matty has conflicting feelings towards Taylor, we see again. Both are too helpful to each other. Can be beneficial if working towards a mutual goal. Not a fan. And it's easy to create a resentful relationship. Yeah, I'm not really surprised because I feel like with what we've been seeing so far, it is a bit more on the superficial side. And you do have Matty having his conflicting feelings. Taylor's moon opposite Matty's Uranus. Taylor feels insecure with Matty's unpredictable behavior. Oh dear. Unusual meeting. I'm not really sure how they met, but there it is. Matty subconsciously sees Taylor as a parent. I don't like seeing this, and also like how Matty appreciates the emotional nurturing from Taylor. Unstable marriage or long term. Matty is not interested in emotional closeness like Taylor. I think this would be going back to his conflicting feelings because we have seen already a couple times that he is interested in that. Relationship can begin and end suddenly. It definitely began suddenly. Matty's moon trine Taylor's Saturn. Building on past traditions is important, which I think it was from Taylor's end. Like we saw how Matty wants to overcome the traditions that Taylor wants to keep. Stable relationship. We've seen a bit of both so far, so potential for accumulating wealth. Matty sees Taylor as mature. Taylor is accountable with Matty and Taylor prioritizes domestic life. It's very interesting. Like Taylor, with what we've been seeing, she does seem to have a bit of an energy that she wants to settle down a bit. Taylor's desire for commitment is appealing to Matty. Taylor finds it difficult to be emotionally caring. Oh dear. Can achieve mutual long-term goals together. Now for the intermission. This video is brought to you by me, my Etsy store, Adeline the Astrologer. If you ever watch this and think, hey, I would like her to read my Synastry chart, well, I will. I do personalized Synastry readings on my Etsy store, both basic and detailed. The basic one is very simple to understand. It's not overwhelming at all. It's pretty good for those that are beginners to astrology, just getting the head around astrology, or just as a fun gift idea. The detailed one is just like what I do on my channel, just a lot of insight and interpretation on your chart. So if you are interested in that and everything else astrology and tarot related, readings and gifts, then definitely check out my Etsy store. Links are below. I'm always releasing new things, so definitely check it out if you're interested. You can even just favorite the store just to show your support for free. Thanks for listening, and let's get back to the reading. Matty's moon trine Taylor's Neptune. Matty picks up on Taylor's needs and they inspire the other. Art is a shared interest. They are in the same career. They sense each other's feelings. They share a sensitive and mystical worldview. It's a mystical meeting, which is interesting, going back to the unusual meeting. Both uncover the other's blind spots. Matty's moon opposite Taylor's Pluto. Jealousy and emotional manipulation is an underlying element. I think because we already did see the whole delusions and deception element as well. Taylor can see Matty's unconscious needs and uses it to manipulate him. I think just combined with his conflicting feelings, subconsciously seeing Taylor as a parent and appreciating the emotional nurturing he does get from Taylor when he gets it. It's a bit, I don't really like this altogether. Taylor has a controlling power over Matty and projecting is an issue. Yikes. Matty's need for safety and belonging leads him to being taken advantage of. I don't like this. Taylor's desire for commitment is very appealing to Matty. I don't like all of this together. I feel bad for him. Both need to learn that love and control are separate and will need to work through power struggles together. It's unstable and explosive. Yeah, I'm leaning towards this is a bit more of an unstable relationship particularly on Matty's end with his conflicting feelings, and Taylor is a bit... She's not the greatest here. She doesn't seem to be the greatest here with Matty in a deeper way. I feel like superficially we see they're fine, but deeper than that, no. So now it's time for Mercury. So if Taylor's Mercury in Capricorn and Matty's Mercury in Aries, these are both cardinal signs. Taylor encourages Matty to focus on physical aspects of life. Matty resents Taylor for her criticism. I'm pretty sure we're seeing this before. These two can be a bit critical of each other. Taylor views Matty as impractical. Matty sees Taylor as someone with no vision, and they help each other with their strengths. Taylor's Mercury in Matty's 9th house. Travel, culture, and philosophy are common topics of conversation. Matty is impressed with Taylor's knowledge, and Taylor gives Matty a greater perspective on life. Matty's Mercury in Taylor's 5th house. Matty is like the sun to Taylor, and he makes Taylor's day, which I'm glad there's some niceness to this relationship. Easy communication, they both encourage each other, and it's not a boring relationship. I agree. Taylor's Mercury conjunct Matty's Saturn. Matty influences Taylor to be more productive. I assume this would be in a visionary sense. You know, we saw that he doesn't really feel that she's someone with a vision, so potentially linked to that. Practical conversation. Taylor is not uncomfortable talking to Matty. They have difficult communication. Matty makes Taylor self-conscious and he criticizes Taylor. Oh, yikes. Mutual respect in the beginning. Matty feels threatened by Taylor, and Matty acts as a teacher with Taylor. I don't feel like these two are the best for each other at all. Like, this relationship kind of sucks. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a fan. Taylor's Mercury conjunct Matty's Uranus. Matty challenges Taylor's way of thinking. So we're seeing that both of them challenge each other how they think, which is nice. They both enjoy experimenting and they come up with new original ideas together. So I'm glad, at least on like a creative and intellectual level, these two, it is a pretty good relationship for that. They're impulsive together, potentially getting into a relationship because we did see they suddenly get together. So potentially linked to that. Discover new ways of seeing the world together. They're creative together. Taylor truly understands Matty's originality and they grow intellectually together. They share an interest in unusual topics and they casually talk about taboos. They find uncommon solutions to problems. Taylor's Mercury conjunct Matty's Neptune. Spirituality is prioritized. They have a telepathic-like connection. Taylor helps Matty turn his dreams into reality. They have a habit of telling the other what they want to hear. I think this would link back to, I believe we saw that they're too helpful to each other, so they're too accommodating to each other, it seems like. Deceptive and exaggerative communication. We unfortunately see the deceptive factor return. Taylor finds Matty confusing. I don't blame her because he seems to, have his conflicting feelings, and it seems to go from like really admiring Taylor to being very critical of Taylor. Hard to talk about practical matters. I believe this would just be because it seems like generally these two can have a bit of difficulty with their communication, because we have seen that practically, like, you know, if they work together towards a mutual goal, and it seems like work is a bit of an element to this relationship, so I believe it would be just based on their communication. And they're compassionate towards each other. So now it's time for Venus. So we have Taylor's Venus in Aquarius and Matty's Venus in Aries. There's mutual respect and appreciation of each other, and it's an optimistic relationship. They give each other a space that we see again. Matty is attracted to Taylor's unique qualities. I think we did see on Taylor's end that she truly understands Matty's originality, so it's nice they appreciate those qualities in each other. They respect each other, and Matty can get impatient with Taylor. Potentially why he seems to go a bit back and forth and has those conflicting feelings. Taylor's Venus in Matty's 10th house. Work is their focus. I'm not really surprised. We have been seeing a bit of that. Matty sees Taylor as having talent in areas he lacks. He is a bit interesting because he seems to be very critical of Taylor, but also has this like admiration for her. And it is particularly in the workspace, like, because we saw Matty seeing Taylor as someone with no vision, and he's very critical of her in that way. But then also this. Taylor sees Matty as someone that can help her improve her status. I don't like this. I really don't like this. Because we were seeing before how like they see each other as valuables and it's a bit more of a practical relationship. I'm not a fan. They work well together, areas of expertise complement each other. I'm not actually sure with both of them. I believe like they are both musicians. It is just Taylor that's the individual artist, and then Matty's in the band. And then you have Taylor with like the more pop or country music on there, more pop. And then Matty, I believe he does a bit more rock music. So I assume that's how they would complement each other, which it's not too different. Potentially could be if you're in the music industry. They respect each other's strengths and skills. They both want to be the boss, and it's a productive and profitable relationship. I hate to say it, but like we have been seeing that element, like they make a lot of wealth and luck together, and the practical side as well we've been seeing. I wouldn't be surprised if that was an element in this relationship and why they suddenly got together as well. Matty's Venus in Taylor's 5th house. Matty sees Taylor as perfect, and Matty is forgiving of Taylor's fault. Gosh, he's conflicted, isn't he? Taylor appreciates the admiration from Matty, we did see back in the beginning. Taylor may take advantage of Matty. Both are satisfied here. Taylor's Venus trine Matty's Jupiter. Matty appreciates Taylor as a friend, they see the good in each other. They make each other feel confident, and they're a financially abundant couple we see again for the billionth time. They share inside jokes, they thrive in each other's company. They're a popular couple, and Taylor improves Matty's social life. So we did see before how Taylor feels that Matty can improve her status, so they're both benefiting each other in that way. Matty's Venus square Taylor's Saturn. Taylor is critical and demanding of Matty. We see again, I'm pretty sure. Definitely the critical bit. Matty sees Taylor as unsympathetic. I'm not really surprised. Matty eventually withholds affection from Taylor. Yeah, but on Matty's end, we really do see a deteriorating factor. Taylor sees Matty as childish and undisciplined, and criticism is rooted from jealousy. So now it's time for Mars. So we have Taylor's Mars in Scorpio and Matty's Mars in Gemini. Matty tends to be nitpicky with Taylor. We see again, these two are very critical and nitpicky with each other, gosh. Impulsive relationship. So yeah, we did see that they do like impulsively get together. They suddenly get together. Taylor is possessive of Matty. I'm pretty sure we see again. Matty finds Taylor intellectually stimulating. I'm glad we have still some good qualities here. Taylor's Mars in Matty's 7th house. Taylor speeds up the relationship. Potentially this could be related to like not only the status thing, but like we did see a couple times throughout this relationship that Taylor does want to settle down a bit. Taylor is calmer around Matty. Taylor wants to please Matty, and they both enjoy spending time together. Matty's Mars in Taylor's 7th house, so this is a repeated overlay, just inverted, so the previous things are emphasized as before, but also Matty speeds up the relationship. Matty's calmer around Taylor, and Matty wants to please Taylor. So interesting how it seems like both of them really sped up their relationship, and it does seem like they both benefited from it. Like, you know, socially it seems like they benefit, but also financially as well. So that was the final aspect. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I believe this was a bit longer than the usual Taylor reading, so that's a bit nice for a change for her. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, and give this video a like as always. Click the notification bell to get notified when I upload, and subscribe to this channel as well for more videos from me, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!